What's up, fellas? This is Frank with Average Joe's. Today I'm doing a video on my server migration from Windows 10 to Linux. It's going to be a big one, but the reason I'm doing it, there's two reasons. One, I run a Plex server, and I have to restart my Windows 10 all the time, and it can be a big pain just to constantly restart. So basically, I'm doing it for that purpose, and I'm also doing it because I'm also studying for my Linux Plus certification. Currently doing that certification because when I was in college, it was like a mystical creature, if you would say. Everybody was scared of it. Nobody understood it properly, and it seemed to be one of the biggest hurdles for a college student going for networking or like a system admin. Again, it's kind of like I said, the mystical creature. Everybody was kind of scared of it. So I thought I'd take you along on my journey, which is at this point kind of like a lab for me, which is going to get the Plex server running and maybe a couple other things that we're going to do. But I wanted to start off by making the flash drive to install it. I'm using the Ubuntu distro. So if you click here, you come to the website www.lubuntu.com. Then we come to downloads, and here it tells you the version, which is 22.04. This is all open source free software. We click here. From here, it's going to say how do you install. If you need to know how to install it on to your USB drive, you come here, and basically I want to make a bootable USB disk. You download the software here. That software looks like this. So you'd click on it, just Windows. You find your ISO file, you find your target, which would be your USB disk, and you hit select, and at that point you would hit flash. I've already done it, so I'm not really going to do it again. It's that simple. It just says done, and you're ready to go. So at this point, I want to take you over to check out my ghetto server. That's what I call it, the ghetto server. But it's just made from old gaming parts, stuff like that I've had laying around. I've bought a couple things because I ran out of hard drive space. And but the server itself, I made for Windows, and now, like I said, I think it's going to be probably a whole lot better on a Linux platform. So I want to show you the hardware, why I bought it, some of the things that I have in it, and I want to show you how ghetto it looks. So let's head on over to the server, and I'll see you over there. So we're going to kind of talk about the computer here. I'm going to tell you what I have in it and everything like that. So if you come on over, we've got a 2600 AMD 2600 6-core. All right. We've got 24 gigs of 2400 RAM. We've got a 950 GeForce. We're doing this so that we can process the streams off of our Plex server. We've got about, I don't know, 8, 10, something like that, terabytes of hard drive space. We just installed a 256 gig NVMe drive, or M.2 drive, for speed because we were running off a 10,000 RPM Raptor drive. So we have a big increase in speed. We're actually going to install the Linux on the M2 drive. Right now we're running Windows, as you can tell. Scoot over, Lou. You want to say hi, Lou?
Hi.
All right, well, we're running Windows. The problem that we have with Windows is we have memory leakage. We have to restart it probably once a week. It does the job, but I feel that Linux is going to be a little more stable. So let's get to it. We're going to go here and we're going to install. So I have the USB drive that we created over on the other on my computer, and we're going to put it back here. All right, and then we're going to restart the computer. I'm going to show you guys how to change your boot, what you boot off of, so you can get Ubuntu installed or Linux. So what we're going to do, we're going to restart Windows here, or restart the computer. All right. Start it here. We're going to spam, you're either going to spam delete or F2 on your keyboard, which is going to bring you into the BIOS. Okay. If you have an Asus, both of them will work. We're booting into BIOS here now. So now this is the basic BIOS for an Asus board. This is running a Asus, what is it, Crosshair VI 370 board, I believe this one is. So 370. So the beginning of the Ryzen boards, but it doesn't matter. So you're going to go over to your boot. This is your bootable devices. Right now it's booting from the Windows. And what we want to do is we want to change it to boot from the scan disk, which is going to be the USB drive that we created on the computer. So we'll click there. Now we're ready to go. F10 is to save it. Now we're going to save it, and it's going to boot from the USB drive.
Wait, boop, boop.
Alright guys, so now it's asking if we want to install Linux. We say yes. This is going to be pretty straightforward. The only problem that you could have is if you have a RAID, like external RAID card or something where you're not able to find the drivers. That may be an issue, but Ubuntu is pretty good about finding all your drivers, and there's going to be a little check mark later here in the installation that actually installs third-party drivers. So how do you like your Plex server, Lou?
Yeah, I like it.
You like it a lot?
Yeah, because I like how you downloaded Mia.
Yeah, you like the Mia that we got for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Lucy likes the server, and that's why we're going to make it faster so she can load her movies faster.
Mm-hmm.
So we're waiting here for it to load into the setup screen, so we're going to do a little TV magic and pause you. Alright guys, so we're back here. We finally got it to pop. So here's what comes up, your first screen that you're going to see. You got, it tells you to pick your language. It's for English. You do not, unless you're going to run it live to try it, that's what it means by try Ubuntu, is basically it's not installing anything, it's running right off the USB drive that we created. We don't want that. We're actually going to install it. So we're installing Ubuntu here. Now we're here to the keyboard. It's going to be the English keyboard here. That's what we're going to pick, English, English. Continue. So this is where it matters. All right, where it matters here is the third party. This is the checkbox we were talking about. We want to click the checkbox, the install third-party software and graphics cards, hardware, blah, blah, blah. That means it's going to look to the internet to try to install your drivers and so on and so forth, for you. Like, for instance, NVIDIA drivers. That's what it's going to try to grab. So if you don't click it, it won't install it. All right, next. Now it's preparing the drivers. It's probably going to take a quick second, so we're going to do some other magic and we're going to pause. Alright, so now we're to the next step. We loaded all the drivers. Now it's telling you where do you want to install Ubuntu. We already have it installed. So as you see here, it's telling you install Ubuntu alongside it. Erase it, and start from scratch. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to erase it. Okay. So it already found it. But what you want to do is you want to find your drive. Okay. And if this wasn't installed, it would actually show you NVMe 256, whatever your hard drive size is. Make sure you find the right drive. If you don't, you're going to wipe out all your information. Okay? So now we're hitting install. We're just going to erase it and do a fresh installation. Let's give it a second here, see what we get. Okay? We're going to continue. It just warns you that if you go any further, you're going to wipe out the disk. We don't care. Alright, so now what's going to happen is it's installing in the background, okay? So now it picked New York for us because we're in Eastern time zone, so that works out for us. It's telling us right here. So we're going to hit next. Now, this is where your login stuff information, like the root user. So I'm going to make my root user account here. Alright. And then you got to make your password. Okay. So now we picked all that. And now if you look down here, you can actually use Active Directory. We're not using Active Directory. If you don't know what Active Directory is, look it up. It's basically a server that holds a bunch of user accounts and stuff like that for big corporations. But for our use, we don't need it. So, next. Now it's just going to copy files and everything, get us ready to go. So we're going to do another magic and pause. Alright guys, so it's finished copying all the files. So now we're going to restart. Now the one thing that you need to do when you restart is you have to change your boot. Go back into your BIOS. Okay, when this is done here, it's telling us to remove. We got to remove this. This is your USB drive, and then we're going to get into the BIOS. We got to change the priority of the boot. We've got to put the new hard drive that you installed Linux on, or Ubuntu, first. Hit enter. Now it's going to restart here. Alright guys, make sure you hit delete like we showed you before. Now that we're in the BIOS, we're going to go back to boot. See how it says we're booting from here, the what is it, the Western Digital drive that moved back to, which is what my Windows drive, so we're not going to want that. We are going to want the 256, the Ubuntu M2 256 drive. Boom. We're going to hit F10, and just to show you that we installed it and that everything is up and running, we're going to show you some magic.
Go.
Alright guys, so now we're loading into Linux right now. See it says Ubuntu. So now it's going to boot in. Alright guys, we made it to the login screen. So the Ubuntu is installed. So the plan here is we've got it installed. The next couple of videos I'm going to be showing you guys how to install Plex from the command line. And we're also going to be doing setting up some remote desktop stuff on here, which is, I can't remember, there's two different remote desktop. I can't remember the names of them, but we're going to install one of them. I'm going to show you how to get it going. I'm going to show you how to use PuTTY so you can actually SSH into here. And we're going to get this set up as our little server. And I'm also going to try to set up a file server as well, so we can go in between my Windows machines and Linux machine, and we can grab files. So we appreciate you tuning in. We'd like you to like and subscribe.
And turn on your bell notification if you want to see more videos.